love it when I turn up the bass.
Right, hello. We should be live.
Hello, people.
Hello. Hope somebody can share.
Buongiorno to le monde.
No, Flux, you screwed it up, you daft cunt.
What do you mean?
Alright. Go on then, start talking.
1, 2, 3.
You're definitely
Right,
live.
I'm
Thanks,
here.
Stu.
I'm there.
Oh,
Fuck's sake.
fucking hell,
Earth
mate.
calling Tiny.
As you can see, Camel's got total faith in the production team. You'll also
We know who
notice
the
that
production.
Freeze,
Sorry, mate.
Go on, Ethan.
no, go on, Tramp.
Well, no, you were just about to do what I was going to do, and yes, you make our excuse. We do apologise this evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are -1. You can tell them why.
I can't, I've got a mouthful of sandwich.
Right, so
He is in chat. He's watching the stream and is in chat, so.
yeah,
Right, topics.
not a
Well,
seamless
Free's not
start.
here. Free's not here
Yeah.
this evening because he's in hiding. His wife went through his search history with his browser. We'll let you decide what happened after that. But yeah, Free's currently in hiding. We're hoping to have him back on the service of normal resumed service within the next couple of weeks. There you go.
Yes, but he might have been kidnapped abroad.
He's kidnapped abroad. She got big tits.
Oh yeah, that could go both ways, that couldn't it?
Hang on, are you going to
Hey.
kidnap him?
He kidnapped
didn't realise that-
abroad.
Is that like
I-
being
I made
gender
a-
fluid? Going both ways.
Oh, a bit like Joan of Arc, you mean?
Well, we definitely went out on a tandem there.
Anyway,
Well,
go on,
it's
Tiny.
egged into a subject.
That was gammon, as per usual, yeah. So and so. Right. UN warns against conspiracy theories. Says that the world is not happy with it and they're going to sort it out. So what do you think?
Enslavement, that's what I think.
Did they say there's no such thing as the World Economic Fund, no such thing called New World Order? Mr. Schwab's only having a laugh, so's Mr. Kate, and Mr. Soros had fund a fucking wedding cake and a bar mitzvah.
Well, they're going to team up with Twitter. Are you having a draft? Biggest fucking do it.
They
Teaming up.
mean they're going to spread misinformation.
Yes. So what they're actually saying is they're not going after conspiracy theorists. They're going after all of us sort of people that have been pointing out shit for the last couple of years now that have
Yeah.
all turned out to be true.
That know what's going on.
Well, it's the same as Jacinda was saying over in New Zealand, wasn't it? We are the ministry of truth that you need to listen to. We are the only arbiters. I mean, it's like a strangled
Yes,
Welsh cat.
exactly.
I know. But
Obey me, no.
mm,
Right. But yes, so when everybody were on about what we're going off with jabs, yeah, I guess that were all lies, were it? Unfortunately, it came back and bit them in the ass, didn't it, when they had to admit the truth?
Well, all cause mobility is absolutely going through the roof, and it's continuing to.
excuse me.
I mean, there's a load of taboo subjects that we can't go down the route of. I mean, I can slightly skim on one that we should be fine, which is getting told about a certain something's causing loads of forest fires, and then it got pointed out not clearing up the old bracken and the old dead wood from the areas like you're supposed to do every year, and cutting the amount of firefighters you've got. There's another one. the EU army that we got told was conspiracy theory. All these different conspiracy theories we keep getting told aren't true and won't happen.
Yeah, I think they did that to a Serbian forest, and all it's known for around that area now, which was never known for, is blood. So they fucked up the environment for them, like they want to do with the planet and us and everything. Who gives these the fucking right to tell us what the fuck to do?
Well, unfortunately, apparently, when we vote them in, that is giving them the right.
Yeah, but
If
what
that's
happens
the
if you don't
case-
vote?
Well,
then you've forgotten your right
Yeah,
to
Right to
complain
know.
about anything. Yeah.
yeah.
Sounds like I've been fucking press ganged.
Right.
Oh, what the fuck are you doing, you absolute fucking utter weapon? Fucking. Oh, sorry.
You're,
sorry,
you're
boys.
not
Oh, I didn't
talking on the
realise my
street
camera
about
was
your
on,
driving,
sorry.
are you?
Yeah, you're liable there, Gams.
Yeah, I fucking forgot about it for a second. Don't mind me, boys. Sorry.
Yeah. Crack on.
Honestly, turn into Kush.
But yeah,
We
so
love you, Kush. Carry on with the increasing the video likes. Thanks.
but
Oh,
yes,
yeah, I forgot to click like.
but yeah. So if the
Kush
fact
will
of
sort
the
it
matter is
out.
they're going to be dealing with it how? That's the scary bit. Because is it going to come? You know, the United States has teamed up with and the Europe Commission. Oh, and the European Commission. All right, and the World Jewish Congress. Oh, you know, the thing that gets me, these are all the ones that we're all saying that are up to no good. We're all teaming up together. Sounds a little bit to me like, yeah, we're not. I mean, it's not conspiracy. It's more likely, yeah, you buggers are lying.
They're just helping us confirm everything.
It's like it's not even like he's hiding it. It's got it in a fucking book. You got his best
Yeah,
mate
yeah.
telling people that we're going to put chips in your head and make sure that you're not human. You walk around like the fucking Borg. Come over here, mate. There's a couple of lads want to see you in the shed.
No shares. I wonder if I could do. Nah, we won't go down that route. We'll just. That's threatening violence and things like that. And we don't do things like that on here.
You've been hanging around with me too long.
Right. Yeah. And we don't do things like that. It's against the
Who
rules.
wants to say? Well, but absolutely, these people are on about murdering billions. They want
Allegedly.
500 million people here. They want
Allegedly.
500 million.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly. You know what I mean? We'd like a channel left. I mean,
It's not like they're not telling you what they're doing.
well, that's it. But
It's hardly a. This isn't news to people. This is what This is basically come out of the bloody own stuff.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they win because people are just so distracted in life now.
well, that was all idea, isn't it? You look at yet again price of energy and that. I mean, and that's another thing. While we're on that subject, but we'll finish
dear.
this subject
Here we go.
before we go on to that subject. Oh, geez. Today it's not been good. We'll say that. It's like we're being bent over, and then then they're spinning us round and saying, "Here, have a mouthful of this." Yeah. Anyway.
No, it's all sort of agenda ridden. This doesn't need to be like this. It wasn't like this 2 years before COVID. It wasn't like this then. We were living all of a normal world. Then all of a sudden, out of the curtain, come all these blowflies.
No, I don't think so. No, it was pre-COVID. It was fucking Brexit.
Yeah.
For me,
Well,
that really lifted the fucking veil of actually nothing fucking is working. Nothing is making sense. And do you know what? I thought things weren't fucking working, things weren't making sense, and then Brexit, and I remember looking around and saying in the front room going, my God, I don't believe it. It's actually gone our way. And then, falsely, thought that, wow, Trump getting into power, this is going to make a difference. Things are going all back our way. And here we are.
The lunacy.
Yeah, and here we are. We got George fucking Floyd, BLM, fucking Dr. Shola. Oh, I wish it was your Twitter account that was banned, you horrible racist individual, you. Oh.
Shola?
Yeah, Dr. Shola, something African sounding.
The one that thinks all white should be put down, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
But that's the thing, right? She can say that, but the minute you dare,
you reverse it.
Oh my God, you're getting locked up. There'd be a knock. Well, there wouldn't be a knock at the door. They wait until 5 o'clock in the morning and knock your fucking door in. Pardon my friend.
Yeah.
And where do I sign up for that? Sorry.
Well, in the future, when all people have rights, I'm sure the police will go back and knock on her door and say,
people.
it's been recorded in video of you seeing this in the past. Sorry, love, we're going to have to arrest you for this.
Yeah, but thing is it going to go back? You know what I mean? I can't see it going back. The only way it's going back is if, well, you know, what we're not allowed to talk about and allowed to say, is if that happens, you know, and I can't see it happening because the country's full of cowards, absolute cowards. Nobody wants to own up and admit to the fact that we've been stuffed, and we're not being stuffed a little bit, we've been stuffed a lot, you know. You've got this LGBTQ, FBD, whatever shit going on, like where they're letting men dress up as
the explosion of the fucking drag queens that I've seen around the country. Reading now, then, is it just because it's being reported more and it's been going on for a while, or what? I don't know. I mean, if it's been going on for a while, I mean, I did hear one of. I don't actually know. Well, they were clearly on the wrong side anyway, and they were saying that well, children go and see pantomimes. Yeah, but at pantomimes with drag queens, they haven't got their cocks hanging out.
No, exactly.
You know what I mean?
And why do these men
feel the
doing
need
these drag
to do
queens,
this? Why do they feel
why
the
are they
need to
doing
do
it
it
to
to
children?
Why not to
Why?
grown men?
Yeah, not only that, they're not talking about sticking things up their anus. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like a anal swab.
Who left?
You know, they're telling them stories with stuff about, you know, exploring the body at the age of 3, 4, and 5.
Oh, it's just, it's abuse.
It's wrong.
It's sickening.
Well, I watched a video today. A guy has collected loads of evidence, took it to this copper because he wanted to help, you know, to clarify things before he went across and did a citizen's arrest on this drag person. And the stuff that this guy had got, it were all off this guy's Facebook. You know what I mean? It was proudly advertising that he'd had, allegedly had sex with an 11-year-old.
What?
Oh, no, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, go watch it again. I think it said he was 11-year-old.
What, you're talking about the guy that did the PhD on masturbation, or not?
No.
Oh,
no.
Right. Oh, God. Right. Okay.
Right.
There's another story.
Apparently, he picked this 11-year-old up in a nightclub. What the hell?
Hey?
How's an 11-year-old getting in a nightclub?
Oh, are you talking about the one up in, it was London, and that they said, but it's for over 21s and for gays, but they were allowing in that underage 11-year-old, and he was selling drugs, and then got fiddled with. Is it that one?
But he admitted that he'd done it, and he took photographs of his butt or something.
Oh dear.
Oh.
And they had all evidence, and they were going to get to this copper, and this copper said, I'm not, what he should have done was took the evidence, gone across, arrested him, and then put this evidence to him. But the cops didn't want to know. Apparently, like, this guy was saying that the cops have been carrying this bloke's bags in and out of an unmarked cop car and escorting them all the way around, giving them protection. What the hell?
There is a video channel that actually does sort of go and protest these bloody things. But you get counter-protesters sticking up for paedophiles.
Okay, well, let's talk about somebody we used to knock around with quite a lot, Base Welshman. He's been doing a cracking job over the last couple of days, insofar as I recall. If I haven't got it wrong, he's been... And I saw one earlier today, whilst he was live. And fair play to you, mate. Fair play.
Yeah, he was looking at Drag Queen Story Hour.
Mm.
There's been a few of them.
Why kids? Why kids? You know what I mean? What?
Because kids are the future.
But like, it's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. And what's the police are doing now? The government's not doing now. Our government should be arrested. Matter of fact, they should be held to account for the inactivity on protecting kids. And all these buggers that are getting paid for supposedly protecting kids that aren't doing the job should be threatened with prison. You either get your act together and stand for the justice of children, or you can go to prison.
Where's the old decency gone? Where's the moral compass gone? I honestly believe I've woke up in a different fucking world.
Yeah, sometimes I wake up and I think, I have to slap myself round the face. Am I in a dream? Or is this real? The first slap, it's like, yeah, I'm awake and it's still here in my news feed. And it's like, no, what's gone off? What is going on? If you even thought that some guy had been fiddling with a kid when I was growing up, the coppers would be knocking your door down. Not in 2 days' time, not in 3 days, not 3 years, not 4 years. They've been knocking your door down 2 minutes after the telephone call had been made. But now
to save your life.
Yeah, it's like nothing.
And how many times is it pointed out that when a suspect's image is released, how many months later? How many months? 6, 8, 9 months? Why?
It's
how?
Like there's no law. It's like the law doesn't exist for these people to police. They just police everything fucking else.
What? Because they're not chasing crooks. You know what I mean? It seems to me they're policing stuff that's on internet. That's it. What they're doing? No wonder why they're all porkers. They're all sat there stuffing their face with donuts watching internet.
Oh.
I think it's time that we need to go back to basics. Put coppers back on the streets and make them do the job.
And also, mate, it's the level of incompetence that I see demonstrated by there's the auditors that go around the UK, UK auditors, and I'm talking about just YouTube auditors auditing the UK, going around. Charlie Veitch, it'd be Veitch, sorry. It'd be a prime example of, he just goes around videoing shit. And then you get other people a little bit more aggressive than Charlie, and it's like deliberately go out old bill stations, etc., or outside a nuclear power plant or whatever it may be. And I think that a lot of them, okay, I think they're trying to get a YouTube hit, but nonetheless, the attitude of some of these police officers, not the attitude, it's the lack of knowledge of the law and the inability to speak English to a proficient level. And it's easy for me to say with my current mouth affairs, but it's incredible. They can't articulate exactly. They don't know the law. They don't know what they're talking about, and they can't even speak English properly. Is what I'm trying to say in a roundabout way.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They're hoping that you don't know the law, and that's why they come up with these fake laws. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's so and so law. Never heard on it. Show it me. And the minute you start asking stuff like that, then they start going sure to it, because then they realise the game's up. They don't actually know what they're on about, and they think you do. I mean, some of them do. I've seen some of these auditors.
Back in
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What is the matter, Sarah?
Shouting.
Love?
No, you're shouting, love, and you're talking about people and all sorts. Would you be able to shut the window, please? But you are shouting like mad. I mean, even more so than normal. You're going, and then! Ooh. Yeah, would you be able to shut the window, please, love?
Look, stay there. Yeah, but love, I'm having to trim along.
Yeah, no, I understand. You're very clear voiced as it is.
Shit. Oh, shit.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. That was my fault. I hit the... Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm just shocked.
Sorry, Deadly. It was
me. I do apologise. It was me. My bad.
So, can you see that again about the self-checkout?
Well, if you use it and you click, your picture will come up on the screen, apparently. I've not noticed this. One of these guys should be able to tell you.
The one I go to is you go up to the self-service checkout, the screen starts to take your picture, show you in pictures to show you that they're watching you. And then as you start to scan your items, it goes away, but it's just letting you know it's watching you.
So is that from a camera above, or is that like a camera at the side of the screen or something?
It's camera in the unit that you're using.
Well, you know.
Well, it's what
sunglasses.
To be fair, I'd say. I'd say, to be honest, if I was you guys, I'd avoid them self-service fucking checkouts, because all they're there for is to save money on fucking wages and put people out of work.
That part.
I won't fucking.
More towards cashless.
Well, I won't use them anyway, because when I was shopping, I did 2 shops, one for house and one for me. And I have that much aggro because you have to put all the items on one side and then put it all the way through, but I've still got loads of items in basket because it's on a different thing. You know what I mean? So it's like, where do I put all this shit to get that shit into my trolley?
Yeah, I got like that, so didn't bother again.
Like, yeah, nah, I just decided I weren't using them anymore because, like I said, every time I do it, I get stopped on my out. Well, it looks dodgy, doesn't it? On self-service, you put this lot through, and then you pay for that, and then you put another lot through.
So, is this to stop you from stealing, like not scanning an item or two?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just don't scan everything then. Just walk out.
No.
Well, it's not going to stop, career thieves. They just walk in, grab a bottle off the shelf, they walk out, the alarms go off. They don't even run; they just walk.
Well, do you know what? I'm not really a thief, so I don't know. So when I say no, I'm sure somebody's thought of a way around it. Yeah.
Well,
probably
I
do,
can
wouldn't
answer
it,
that.
Lee?
If you
I can
go
answer that.
if you go into the self-service checkouts, look up above. Just look straight up above, and you'll see a load of cameras. And what they're actually doing is they're actually watching you take your stuff out of your trolley and see if there's out left in your trolley. Because some people will do that, and then they'll just chuck the stuff back in with 1 or 2 items. So that's why there's cameras above.
Oh, if you were Darren Brown, you'd take the fucking piss, wouldn't you?
Right.
So somebody will end up doing an honest mistake, not seeing it in the trolley, and they'll end up all across fucking Facebook, social media, and shit. This person stole from our shop.
Yeah.
And then, everyone jumps on them, condemns them, and social society just folds in on them like a tsunami.
That is how society is now, folks.
Yeah.
To be honest on 2 of these parts on it, if it's up to the manager's discretion, it's not up to the security guard's discretion. So the manager can turn around and go, "Yeah, I think it was a genuine mistake. And, yeah, no problems." The other one is you do find it that security guards don't chase people across the car park, because if Chubby Bollocks runs across the car park with a leg of frozen lamb and runs in front of a car and gets hit,
yeah, you're at fault.
the security guards are fucking fault and should have been chasing him.
Yeah.
The other one to remember is if you're out shopping and you're getting followed around by a security guard that's an absolute fucking bellend, and he goes to stop you at the gate because he's put his little hand up with a little tag inside it at the kiosk, just turn around and ask him if he's got scone. He'll know exactly what you're on about, and then just watch him squirm.
Scone.
I think it comes
Selection,
with eggs.
concealment. No, scone's an acronym. Selection, concealment, 100% observation, non-payment, and then exit. They need to have scone before they stop you. Or they're supposed to have scone before they stop you.
Yeah, and this is actually true. When your stuff's in that bag and they open it without your consent, anything that shouldn't be there, they can't do a damn thing about it because they've opened it and put their hands in it. And you could turn around and say, "You put it in when you put your hand in my bag." Simple as. And this is the truth. They're not allowed to stop you. You carry on walking and they can shout you back.
I don't know if really enabling fucking thieving from stores is the right idea for the channel right now.
Well, I wanted to interject and say that we are fucking English and we don't thieve. And I can't believe, I'll be honest with you lads, I don't fucking believe what I'm hearing from you. You're condoning it. We are English. We do not steal.
Not condoning it.
No, I'm telling you, that's how it's coming across. Whether you like it or whether you fucking don't. That's how it's coming across.
Yeah, but I'm not
called empathy. But yeah, we are English, but we do like scones.
Right. The problem is that a lot of these security guards get heavy-handed and then get away with it. And the real reason for that is because the likes of Asda do not have proper. They train their security guards themselves. They are not registered SIA license holders. They are trained in-house. Now, LDL can, I suppose at the end of the day, I mean, if they're training them on a regular
basically,
basis.
mate, it gets down to the fact if you're thieving, you're a cunt.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It says in the chat.
And if you're not thieving, and the security guard asks you to open your bag, you go, personally, if I was walking out of Asda, I'd go, yeah, mate, here's the receipt. Yeah, have a look. Yeah, fucking fine.
Yeah,
No,
a few people said in the chat that it goes on the weight in the self-service. Apparently, it goes
yeah,
on the
it
weight.
does. It does. You've got the input weight and the output weight, and it won't actually go any further. And please put your item in the bagging section. But what Cal has said is they actually don't take it off the trolley; they leave it in the trolley, which would then negate that balance and check weight scale, because that's all it is. It's a weight scale.
Yeah, you put your stuff on one side, and then when you push it through, it then tells them that it's gone through. That's why it asks you if you've had any carrier bags or not. Because, but I've noticed when you do use them, if you buy something like aspirin or Anodin or something like that, it doesn't. They're that light, it don't register. You know, so then it beeps up. And then somebody has to come across. Well, it's headache tablets anyway, so it's a drug. So somebody has to come and type a number in and whatnot. But the point of the matter is, there are thieves out there. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter. The point of the matter is, unless they actually deal with the thieves in court like they're supposed to do, instead of getting them a slap on the wrist, your shopping will stay high. In every shop, if you work in a shop, I mean, I did Tesco's security, and there's pie chart, and it tells you there the profits and losses, and the biggest loss that a shop has are thieves.
Yep.
Coming in, and some of them are real clever. I remember. I came on shift and all hell were breaking loose over something. A woman had been in, and what she'd done, she got a load of games just before Christmas. It was she got a load of games, and I think about 10 games. So they went and got all these game things, and they took a weight thing, and then they put them inside thing, and she put them in a bag. Anyway, all shopping went into a trolley, and she gave a card, and the card was rejected. And she gave him another card, and that was rejected. She said, I'm ever so sorry. She says, they're my old cards. My new card is in car. I won't be a minute. Just leave me shopping there, and I'll be back. And off she trundled. But the point was, where were all the games? They were in a bag, in her own personal bag. No. She literally put them in. Don't forget, when they put these games inside thing, they removed the tags. There's no tags on them. So she put these games in a bag. Off she trundles with hundreds of pounds worth of games. Cashier's still waiting for this woman to come back. Next minute, you know, security's like, she comes out as a girl and said, this woman's been gone, 5 minutes? So they got her on cameras that were in car park. She walked straight into a car and drove off. And everybody's like, oh, it's embarrassment. Cards rejected. Until they started putting everything back and realised all the games had gone.
Yeah.
More to the story, though, of what I was getting at originally, though, with these self-service checkouts. They are literally there to make it so that they save money on wages and stuff. My attitude is, fuck you, serve me, I want customer service. And it gets me when you get some condescending team leader comes up to you and goes, oh, would you like to use a self-service? And you go, no. And they go, oh, but it's really easy. And you're thinking, I know it's really easy. I'm not thick. I just want customer service. If you want to go over there with me, you want to scan every fucking item in, fill your boots, but I'm not doing it. Unless you're going to pay me or give me a fucking staff discount.
It's easier for me to go to a checkout as well because of, you lot now. But yeah, it's a lot easier to.
Oh, well, I'm the one that stands at the end of the big queue and then starts telling staff members walking past, you're going to open another till.
I'm normally buying tobacco anyway, and you need a cashier or something for that anyway. You need someone behind that.
Have we covered the latest Apple upgrade yet?
The latest what?
Apple upgrade.
No, go on.
Apple.
Who the fuck owns an Apple?
Oh, yes, yes,
Go with me now.
yes. No, we haven't yet. No. The Apple
Well, go on
upgrade,
then.
for those that don't
Give me
know,
that.
you know, we've got the iPad, we've got the iPhone, and now we've got the iJoan, a non-binary mutilation of history, where Joan of Arc, and if you care to have a look, it's actually played by, it must be a trans geezer that's trying to have breasts because he's got, you know, and he's trying to vest, but he's covering his breasts up with a loincloth and strapping them all in, and it's Joan of Arc was non-binary, and oh god, it's just horrific. I don't know where to start.
I've got a couple of places to start on this. I mean, the first one is let's get someone that was devoutly religious. I mean, fair enough, it was French, but it was devoutly religious.
Well, she was a bit of a tomboy, though. Bit of a tomboy.
Yeah, might well have been, but it wasn't exactly, didn't exactly make it a fucking transgender or gender non-binary or whatever else.
No,
and the other thing is,
no.
so are we going to go to Orléans in France and say, sorry, you can't call Joan of Arc the Maid of Orleans or Orléans? So they got to pronounce it weird.
I can hear a song coming on.
You got to call it a gender non-binary meaning person of Orleans.
How do you say it in French? Because it's either la or le.
Orléans.
Yeah, female or male. Orléans.
And this is a Shakespeare Globe.
Theatre.
Yeah, but it's okay because,
remember.
but it's okay because like men used to pretend that they would play as female roles in acting years ago. I mean, obviously it's got nothing to do with the law back then.
And obviously it's got nothing to do with the fact that men are clearly better actors.
Yeah, well, where's the lie? Where's the lie? Just take one look at the Johnny Depp divorce case with Amber Heard. She was supposed to be an actress.
Yeah, well, you know, allegedly men are better actors, please. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, while we're sticking on French, our government decided to give some of our gas to them. Yeah. So when we get blackouts in January, you know you want to thank, don't you? Our nice government for giving the gas away to the French. Cost this struggle.
French are getting it half our price, aren't they?
Well, theirs has gone up 4%, ours has gone up 54%. What does that tell you? There's some dodgy dealing going on somewhere, allegedly.
Hang on, we're giving gas. I mean, just ignore the prices. We're giving gas to the frogs who were, last year, the year before, threatening to shut off electricity and supplies to the Channel Islands, which would have caused nothing but problems with the hospitals and stuff on the islands. And they blockaded it with boats, with the fishing boats.
Yes.
And we're giving them gas. Oh, okay, I see no problem.
Is it a gift or is it getting sold to them?
Well, it's getting sold to them, but the point of the matter is we shouldn't be selling any gas. Any gas coming in should be saved and stored.
Yeah, but we don't have the capacity to save it though.
We
got rid of most of it.
We got rid of most of it, but we still have some storage. Now we should be filling them, and at the moment they're all empty.
Should be building.
So why are we giving gas away, as such, to the French? You know, they don't like us, and let's be quite honest. You know, at this moment in time, with the way things are with the channel, English Channel, with the dinghies. Sunshine
Tours, Dover, Talia Twin.
You know, it's. I think it's a bit of a piss take, and what the hell our politicians are doing, pandering to the French, I don't know. What we should be doing is sticking two fingers up and laughing at them and saying, "Oh, really? Remember all that money that we gave you? Well, you know that gas? Yeah. Well, it's just going up so we can recoup it because you did trickle.
Yeah, well, the British government probably like lead by example, but
well,
they get took advantage of that way, don't they?
Well, thing is, I mean, Boris is one of the so-called clan members. You know, I mean, that group of what are in power. Yeah, well, there you go. You see, so it's
Bilderberger, WEF, with tie to the royal family.
Like, I mean, it's like obviously what you call it in. Keep, we'll look after you. Well,
they got bored of being rich, didn't they? They wanted to do other shit.
Well, seems that way. The Plank Group. Yes, Slater Girl, yeah. They definitely the Plank Group. Because they couldn't run
say hello to the chat room.
Hello, minions.
James, flirty, non-violent, flirty.
But yeah, it's not good, is it, when we're giving away resources that we need? But then I say that, do we need them? Isn't it about time we started? Technically, we could be self-sufficient. I mean, the government, instead of wasting money, like billions on a poxy train that's not even going to reduce it by much, they could have spent on renewing gas storage, renewing oil storage. Maybe that
reservoirs.
Might be yeah. Well, no, there's plenty of reservoirs. It's just that the water boards aren't fixing the freaking leaks, and it's just going all over the place.
Yeah, I know that personally, having just gone through a big leak myself. I rang them up, and between a lot of people who could help me out, the water board said, we can't get to see you till a certain date, which, by the way, was just over 3 weeks, while this thing was just gushing water, 700 God knows litres a day, apparently, or something like that. But yeah, and they didn't give a crap. I was more concerned about wasting the water than they ever were. Stop cock off, that didn't turn off properly. So it was still a running tap. They didn't give a toss. They did not give a toss. And now they're talking about droughts, not using a fucking hose pipe. Just let me fucking water the elephant house at fucking Knowsley Safari Park.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, James Owens. Yeah, you're right. They have. They sold loads of reservoirs off because apparently they didn't need them. Well, looks like they actually did.
Well, after 6 days of sun, what can we do? We'll all be surprised when it snows in the winter again, won't we? We'll all go, snow in winter?
Well, no, I won't be surprised. I'd just be screaming, I don't want snow, go away.
Speak for yourself.
And waking itself up and being surprised.
I'm just cutting in on this one quickly. I mean, I don't doubt there is a bit of a water shortage going on at the moment, and but it always makes me laugh when they take photos of the countryside and go, look how brown the countryside is. It's normally supposed to be luscious and green. And you're thinking, you're taking you're taking a photo footage of a load of farms from the sky that are growing things like straw and corn and all these other plants that this time of year turn what colour? Brown.
Yeah. Reap.
Yeah. So, go on.
Rapeseed oil and mustard, all yellow.
Who put the video up earlier? I think it was you, Caldera. You put the video up of the fire in, was it Mansfield?
No, it was me.
Wasn't me.
Oh, sorry, Callow, sorry. In Mansfield. And just look at the fucking state of the ground. Anything's going to torch that. But they did say later on in the video that there were, 2 geezers that had been reported, and they could then see in the distance more smoke. So it's the same as the other fires that we had a few months ago, isn't it? What happened? Suspected arson. all the stuff in the story, not all of the stuff. That's not fair. But the
And I also
headline,
see-
but the headline stuff. No, over to you guys.
No, go on, Flux, please.
But the headline stuff, on the whole, upon further investigation, appears to be arson.
Yeah,
So-
Extinction Rebellion don't seem to be working for the planet. They seem to be working for the government.
Well, do you guys remember a couple of months back you had that big video about the massive forest fire in France, south of Bordeaux, which they tried to make out they don't get them every year, which they do? That was arson as well.
Was it?
I mean, they seem to forget that we get, it didn't break the news over in the UK, but it broke the news over when I was over here during when it was happening. I mean, there's the bit I've just come through earlier on today, going on the Atlantic side of France into Spain. That was shut to HGVs because apparently cars are immune to fire. But you get forest fires in Europe every fucking year. You get forest fires in fucking Alaska and Canada, for fuck's sake. It's a natural fucking thing. You know, winter's wet, summer's hot.
And kids
Shit
like
happens.
setting fires.
And
Yeah.
Seriously, when I was, I don't know, 9, 10 years old, me and a group of mates out camping in the woods in the fucking summer, obviously, because it was fucking hot. In the woods. We were building fires. We didn't burn anything down.
No.
Well, that's it, isn't it? I mean, the problem of the matter is nowadays is that certain children haven't had the upbringing that we had. You know,
Yeah, it's all right if you burn your hair and all that. As long as you don't
Yeah,
burn
I
the
must
fucking
admit.
forest down.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
It's-
I'm gonna
it's
have to
not
give
so
you
much-
That, yeah.
It's not so much the upbringing, like with the parents. It's the fact that all these fucking lefties and the government want to tell everyone how to raise their parents, how to raise their children, which creates lazy parenting where the parents do not take responsibility for their own children and raise them accordingly. That's
Yeah.
the
So
trouble.
you've got to bring
Parents
them up
do
with
need
values and morals.
Yeah, exactly. Bring your children up with values and morals. You teach your son to hold the door open. You know, basic fucking shit.
All
Your
things
job
I
as a
learned.
parent.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
basic shit.
I mean, me personally, I've held the door open for a lady, and I got double barrels, and then in the end, I just let it shut in the face. But well,
Good lad.
if that's what you think, you know, I mean, sod you. Right.
No, I'll still will. But it doesn't matter if I hold the door open 10 times for a woman, and 9 out of them 10 turn around and call me a sexist pig for staring at their asses and go through. I don't care. I'm still going to hold the door open.
No,
It's
it's
well,
because
what
you
you do.
are actually staring at their asses, you sexist cunt.
Yeah, but I
Oh
wasn't.
yeah, because none of you guys fucking see a nice looking bird and go,
No.
nice
What
figure.
it was, I was at
We
the
don't
door
get the
first.
binoculars
I
out.
asked for it back of me, so I pulled
And
the
anyway,
door
when I say
open.
sexist, I'm not being.
I pulled the door open. I said to the lady, "Come through," and she gave me double barrels. And our lass was stood at back of me, and she went, "How rude!" I went, "Yeah, as rude as this." So I let door go. She wants to open it herself. Let her open it herself. And
Well,
then
you
she
did
called
the right thing.
me a cunt for letting door go. Can't
Oh,
wait.
well, you
Oh,
couldn't win me
yeah.
that one.
I'll bet her husband's loving his life.
Hey, you wouldn't have won with 4 aces there, mate.
No.
Yeah, it's like, what was that interview? It was the best put down. She said, you know, men are more likely to die earlier, men are more likely to have heart attacks earlier, blah, blah, blah. And he turned around and said, yeah, and men that are married to women like you are more equally likely to commit suicide earlier.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that was funny. That way, yeah.
Shit up.
did you see the Jimmy Carr one that's been doing the rounds?
No. Well, maybe. I
Oh,
don't know.
some woman's piped up and started fucking heckling because she's got all the because she went to Jimmy Carr not expecting to get.
Are you talking
We all
about
know what
the
Jimmy
Echo?
Carr's like.
Are you talking about the Echo?
No, he basically at the end he turns around and goes, "All right, love, I'll go soft on you, just like every previous sexual partner you've ever had." And I was like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah, but
fucking
it is the same one because I think he follows it up with, well, at least that's I think that's what I thought you said, but there was a bit of an echo, as in the,
I
the
didn't catch that,
cavity
mate.
of the yeah.
There's obviously
Yeah, I'm with you.
the Churchill one as well, where this woman says, "If I was your wife, I'd poison you." And he turned around and he said, "Madam," he said, "I would drink it if I was married to you."
Churchill missed a trick with being a politician. That what he had written on his epitaph, what he said to the maid when he came back home, and she went, "Winston, you're drunk," and he goes, "Yeah, but you're ugly, and I'll wake up and I'll be sober tomorrow." That bloke missed a trick. He's fucking hats off to Sir Winston.
And yeah, it wasn't a particularly spectacular looker. He wasn't David Hasselhoff, was he?
No.
You may be surprised that I put the Hoff up there, but there he is. He's the Hoff.
I'll tell you another one. There's this one other one that he had a sit down meeting with the IRA, and they were whinging that they had like a fucking price tag on one of their heads that came to meet him, like, oh, this £1,000 fucking or whatever it was. And he goes, "I don't know what you're complaining for. I spent a week living in a fucking hiding myself underneath the coal barrels on a train escaping from the Boers." He said all they put on my head was 20 quid or something along the lines. And the fucking this IRA geez was like, "What can I say back to that?" Sorry, trying to kill the conversation there, boy. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I think it was funnier in your head.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Well, I do as well.
Right, next. What we're moving on to? Anybody got any ideas? What do you want to talk about?
Well, we've got the Salman Rushdie in New York the other night.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Has he died?
No. Well, not that I'm aware, but Ethan knew more about it than I did anyway, so I'll shut up. Ethan, over to you.
Well, he was on stage and this fella attacked him. He's got a foreign sounding name, dare I say, and he's been arrested. He sounds like he's in a bad way, old Salman, because he's lost an eye.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. He got a bit of liver trouble.
Oh, so it sounds like that he was going for the kill then.
Well, he went for the eye, he hit the neck, and the eye, the neck, and the liver, apparently. But the New York Times didn't know why it happened at all.
Oh, right.
I think they forgot history, from about 30 years ago.
Oh, he couldn't have upset or offended a certain special sort of people that can't be offended. That are
Well, he put a special spell on him, apparently.
What? It took 33 years for them to get to him. Ah, well, yeah, but they bided the time, didn't they? And they got to him.
Was that a faux pas? Did you say they bided their time?
No, bided their time.
Waited.
Yeah, I know, mate.
But
yeah, oh, bog off you twat.
I mean, can we play a bit of Guess Who here, just like to go through the list of all these horrible people that might have wanted to try and kill this person if he's offended them? Was it a white Christian?
His publisher.
It was probably. Well, yeah, book sales afterwards. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
One too many jokes in his novels. That was enough. It just took him over the edge.
Oh, yeah, it's 30 girls, right? A fatwa, death by Right.
A fat twat. I'm not that bad. Calling me a fat twat. Fucking hell.
But also, I saw after the attack on Rushdie, and apparently, Ethan, this really should have been you telling this. So, did you hear about what was happening to him in the hospital?
No, no.
Well, he's on a ventilator. He can't breathe. His liver has been, and anyway, all of that sort of malarkey. But then, what's released on Twitter is a declaration by, oh crikey, I don't want to get this incorrect, but anyway, it's a declaration by somebody over in the Middle East, saying that the next person is the next, because they completely agree with the fatwa being carried out on Salman.
Wow.
Like
Oh,
Salman and I, like, you know, I use his name.
Oh, and they
we're
mixed
like
him
that.
up with the Dutch bloke. Haven't they
Yeah,
said
Gert
he's
Wilders, that was the one, mate. That was the one. He said so. He's offered, what was it, 2 million, 20 million for Gert Wilders? And that's on fucking Twitter.
You've got price on
Insofar as I'm aware, I mean, I could be wrong. It could all be bullshit accounts and misinformation, but that's what I saw today.
But again, allowed. And yet,
Well,
yeah,
is in the
we
room.
offered violence, we'd pay the price. They don't give a fuck.
Exactly that. If you or I mention committing violence against a caterpillar outside, the account would be gone.
Yeah.
Oh, you actually say that? That actually happens, didn't it? Someone said about killing a bloody seagull or something. You know, that kept bloody attacking a turtle.
That's right. Brighton, wasn't it?
Yeah, something stupid like that. Fucking
Yeah,
all
down
the
in
big kick off.
Brighton.
Oh,
Yeah. I think it
They're
was Brighton.
flying rats.
oh fucking hell, mate. I'll tell you what, they're up there with cyclists and fucking mosquitoes, in my opinion. Seagulls. Fucking horrible things.
Oh, they'll nick your dinner if you give them half chance.
I'd take a leaf out of that other bloke's book and just strangle the bloody thing there and then.
Yeah.
Not the seagull, the chip. Yeah, not the seagull. We're not condoning violence.
No, indeed.
The little
yeah,
kid, he was trying to eat his lollipop. Grabbed it by the head. No, you're not having none of that.
So,
have you seen the videos of them things eating bloody rabbits whole?
No, I haven't seen that. No, but I did see that.
Oh, quick YouTube clip. I didn't.
No.
What about England or America when they fed them all that laxative and then sat there underneath that umbrella on that beach and then watch what happened about 5 minutes later? Oh, it was funny.
I think we need to move away. I think we need to move away from this.
Yeah, sounds like we're getting into a shitstorm.
Yeah. But it's you know, you get these people that are on Twitter, and they're on if they're on Twitter's side of politics, they can call for all sorts of violence and heinous acts, and yet they'll try and twist the context of what we're saying half the time on these Twitter stuff, and that's it. Your account's banned. Your account's gone.
What, a bit like getting your house ready by the FBI for nuclear codes that change.
I don't think you could ask for.
Yeah, I mean that is just literally there so they can try and do him for something so he can't run as president.
Yeah,
because
obviously.
What's his name? Carl Benjamin pointed this out the other day, and I mean I've been rooting for DeSantis, but he pointed out and said this is literally following like every great story before us, like Star Wars, whatever else. You know, you got this guy comes along, starts doing the saving thing, goes off for whatever reason they want to include in the storyline, and then comes back and saves the day. And I can kind of see that.
I agree, because it's all smoke and fucking mirrors, mate. All of it. I really do not believe that any of our voting... I know I was berating you a moment ago, Caldera, for, you know, not voting means you're not exercising a voice, but equally, really, what the fuck are we voting for? A shit sandwich and a shit sandwich and a fucking false prophet and a false prophet? Well, yeah, that's the way it looks to me anyway.
I'm supposed to say that. You know, they're cracking down on the old tinfoil hat stuff. Your Twitter account will be next. As if that cares.
Yeah, no great loss there for mine.
Yeah.
It amazes me how important they consider Twitter as.
Well, that's it. I mean, I can't remember the last time I went on it.
Well, that's it. We use it. Most of us have got accounts still on there, just go there occasionally, just a bit of trolling or whatever else. We don't use it that much. Whereas these are it's be all and end all. Like Twitter's this glorious thing, and like most of us are like, yeah, we got to get up. The Twitter's literally does not consume that much of our life. I think I'll go on it maybe once a week just to see what's trending, and that's pretty much it.
No, I don't even do that. I think probably once every couple of months. I get them sort of like messages from Twitter. Oh, this is trending, and I just ignore them. I just delete
The only
them.
time I go to Twitter is because I'm in Rotten Politics server looking at his general and his news, or Haram's news server, and a lot of them are Twitter links, which simply won't play within Discord for me. Fuck off, free. It's not because I've got a Mac. Fuck off.
Yeah, I'm right. I'm same, and I've got.
Yeah, so therefore I have to click on that, and it's better off if I fucking have it opening up an account, because then it doesn't give me all the this might be sensitive content, blah, fuck all that.
That just makes you want to click on it even more.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Right. So what next? Where are we?
What is a woman? There you go.
What is a woman?
Yes. What is a woman? Come on.
Strike.
Adult human female.
It's not going to be a strike, is it? Because at the end of the day, it's what we perceive as a woman. It doesn't necessarily mean we are saying that this is a woman. Yeah, I am. I'm just not going there. I married a woman. I definitely didn't marry a bloke or someone that describes itself as a woman that's got bigger wedding tackle than me. Sorry, but
that ain't difficult. And I thought you was a Scania driver.
Oh, cheers, mate. Yeah, I am a Scania driver, but it doesn't definitely not the type of Scania driver that you mean.
Mate, come on, Scania drivers and that rainbow flag go fucking hand in hand. It's like fucking Labour and socialism.
Do you know the problem with you, Ganwa? Is you're hanging around with wrong Scania drivers. Stop it. Please. One of these days you're going to get drunk and you're going to wake up and you're going to be going, ooh, that's a bit sore.
Again.
Yeah.
It's my chap, so I'm supposed to look like that.
Oh. Well, in America and apparently in the UK, so we haven't just got the other and the monkey. We've now got in the sewers, they've found polio in both America and the UK. Ooh, that's surprising, isn't it? So now it's going to be polio, monkeypox, jibby. So, yeah, it seems that there's an awful bunch of pricks on the way.
That's right. That's where it was. So we had polio being confirmed in water supplies in predominantly the East End of London. And now we've got polio being discovered in the water supply of New York City. What is the common denominator? Aside from water.
Dr. Fauci.
Well, isn't, and to top it all off, isn't there a new thing going off in China as well? It's got a new disease.
Yeah, the one that goes from shrews to humans. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, the grand umpa.
Yeah.
So that's the third thing going off. So this winter's going to be awesome, isn't it?
Fucking brilliant,
Yeah.
especially when we're freezing cold and we've got all the shrews and the crows attacking
Oh, I hope I'm not going to get winter vagina again.
us.
How do you fuck a shrew? Because you put sellotape round its middle, don't you? Stop it splitting. Gammon would know. Where are you, Gammon, when we need you?
I'm here, mate. Right, okay. The first thing you do, yeah, is you got to grab hold of the shrew, get up by the tail. Okay.
Yeah.
You get a feather duster. All right. Actually, let's move on. I'm running out of ideas here. Sorry.
I was going to say, you're running out of space already. It's only a shrew.
Yeah. I was tiny. He's tiny. He's small enough.
Oh, it's like a bloody charging rhinoceros to him. He fucks off out at road.
Too damn right. Not having none of that shit.
Well, I've none of that taming of the shrew. Yeah, William. It's a funny guy. So apparently, Gammon, Katie Price has got her Land Rover for sale in its pink beautiness, hasn't she?
Yeah, I mean, it's up for 10 grand. It's pink Range Rover. God knows what edition. I can't remember what the edition is now. But it's a special limited edition. It's up for 10 grand. It's been banged more times than Katie Price has herself. So, I mean,
More bangs
anyone
than
who
a
wants
Guy
to speak,
Fawkes firework night.
I thought she'd been
it's
back
nothing.
driving.
Yeah, that's what she said in the car. But I mean, bearing in mind its history and how many times it's been on its roof and hit things.
Oh, you
I
can
wouldn't
imagine
touch it
someone
with
from
10 grand.
OnlyFans that's going to be buying that.
Oh, mate.
Imagine that.
Again, is she? Jeez. Make sure I don't bump into that then.
Into what?
Right.
Well, actually, quite a few of them that are on Buddy OnlyFans. That Kerry Katona's on OnlyFans. Scary enough.
Making a fortune, apparently.
Oh, yeah, you're going to make me sick now.
Well, that's why Mum's going to Iceland.
Apparently she's doing... Apparently she's doing foot videos.
Oh, she's doing more than that, mate. She's doing a lot more than that.
Oh, you can speak from experience. How much does it cost
Oh,
you?
see the photo. Didn't cost me fuck all. I'll get sent all this stuff on WhatsApp and stuff off of mates. That's why I got the that's why I got the stuff for the England football team the other week and sent it to you boys.
Ooh, yeah, that was quite nice actually.
Yeah, I actually am a big supporter of women's football all of a sudden after seeing them photos.
Oh, right, yeah. Come and play football.
You see, I need persuading about the ladies' game, so
have a look in my server, mate, in the Lot Lizard room. Thank me later. Actually, should we be discussing this on here? I don't know. Actually, no, we should be fine to discuss it because it was in the. It actually made some of the news, some of the mainstream news.
Oh dear.
Well, we're sitting in our front room here, we'll having a chat.
Ooh.
Whatever you like.
Oh, hey? I know. Yeah, more to the story is when you get yourself a mobile phone, change the number on it. Not the screen unlock number, change the main number because it's always the same. You got the same four digits.
Fucking hell, Gammon, are you ringing it, you cunt?
I know you fucking like Inspector Clouseau.
Hey, shoot yourself in the foot, why don't you? Hey?
Yeah, ladies, don't change your PIN number. It's perfect just the way it is.
Oh, dear, Gavin. Right, moving
on.
I
was trying to moving on. That's 2 I've destroyed tonight. I'm doing well. I've destroyed 2 tonight so far.
Yeah. So the British government have now apparently they banned an insect farm, but now they haven't banned an insect farm for food.
Yeah, what?
They want us to eat bugs.
They banned an insect farm and then they unbanned the insect farm.
Well,
Yeah.
As an island offered the farmers, what is it, X amount of money per cow?
$5,000 apparently. I'm
$5
thinking
grand,
of,
I think.
yeah, you'd sell the cow and then buy another 500.
Yeah.
It'd be just an endless, perpetual money-making scheme. A bit like a Ponzi.
Is it Southern Ireland that's done this or Northern Ireland?
It's Southern because it's EU.
All right. So let's get this straight. Do you want rid of all the
Are you
cows?
sure it's Southern Ireland?
So if they get rid of all the cows, what they're going to eat, and don't say veg. Please don't say veg.
Well, we're not going to eat the things that eat bugs. We're going to eat bugs, apparently. Because through our evolutionary scale, we've now gone down to a common denominator that we should be eating bugs, not meat and, all that lovely stuff that we've been eating throughout our evolution. No, we went wrong. We should have been eating bugs.
No, it's perfectly fine to we should swap over our diets to save the world and save the polar bears, and we should eat the bugs, and it's okay. If you're not getting all the correct stuff and all the correct proteins out of it, it's okay, because the pharmaceutical industry will come up with these special tablets you can take. Honestly, it's not for them to make money from.
But the thing that gets me and what really makes me laugh, when you hear all these vegans, a lot of these vegans take supplements. And some of these supplements have stuff from what? Animals, So
Mine, yeah. If you go to local kebab house near me, in that fucking elephant's foot that they've got, there's plenty of fucking things in there that are insects. Oh, we've been at it for years, us lot. Yeah, we're fucking used to it.
Allegedly.
A roast cricket dinner. Look at that. People haven't known.
But
a leg of ladybird. Mm.
Yeah. Fucking the meat on that.
Thing that gets me, are these rich people gonna be eating the same as us?
Don't be stupid.
Well then, until they're eating it, I'm not gonna eat it.
They're not scum, you see. We're scum.
All right. So we're scum because we earn them lots of money. Oh, that's right. They want more. That's it. They want you to work just.
No, you're lucky to work and then give you money to spend on maybe a drink or a pack of fags that you might like.
Oh, you're not allowed to have fags. You might eventually need to see an hospital because you've got someone up with you through smoking, you know what I mean? So they don't want you to have fags. They don't want you to drink and they don't want you to have a lot of food because obesity.
Well, they would. They wouldn't mind they wouldn't mind what we got. They wouldn't care what we got or what we spread to each other. We're scum. We'll be living in the troughs and crap while they're spending all our carbon pennies.
Yeah, I mean, to be quite honest, it's a shocking thing that, I watched a thing overnight, these two blokes discussing on how good some of these crush bugs were. And I'm like, seriously, you people really, really need look.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. I remember seeing years ago, it was like a National Geographic thing, and there's this African, I presume, guy with this huge, it's like a butterfly net, but it's huge and it's almost like the size of a small fishing net, if you like, but the mesh is like a butterfly net. And what he's doing at the side of a lake at dusk or dawn, either or. That's because that's where all of the flying insects are there, and he's catching them all. And there must be millions and millions and millions that get caught. And what they then do, they then take all of those back to their, because that's all they got. They then crush it up, make it into a paste, add some other shit, and boom. That's there. But it takes millions and so many of them. And then the next one that I saw, which again was very many years ago, is that they were doing the same thing, but they were taking mud and making like cookies, almost like cookies, biscuit size, but they were calling them cookies out of mud, and they were adding, I believe, these bugs into the mud, and so they were patting them out, wetting them down, patting them out, giving them to the kids, and the kids, you can see them eating these
Oh, you told me.
mud biscuits. Is this where we're headed?
No, fucking ain't. No offense.
No, it sounds with the ideas that are being passed down. This is where not us, but the future generations are headed. You will have nothing.
And you will have a chip in your fucking head.
Yeah. What's it? You might need to correct me on this. I don't know if it was in the UK or if I know it was somewhere, one of the Western countries, and they had brought in bugs into schools for the kids to eat to get them used to it. Kind of like how they do with the rainbow flag.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know if it was the UK though. Was it? I don't think.
That's what I say. I don't know either.
I don't think so, because I think it would have outraged me a bit more.
I seem to remember it being one school in Britain.
Oh, was it? No, well, fine.
To experiment on something. We could all, well, you know, I'm not 100% certain, but. Imagine that for a dinner time. Right, everybody? Oh, have a hot dog, miss. I'll have an hamburger, miss. But we haven't got none of that today. We've got something better, children. Fucking hell, we're getting roast dog. We're getting roast dog. No, better than that. Go on, miss. I can't wait. Go on, what are we having? Cricket and mealworm.
Well, let's be honest, if the people don't start waking up, this is what's coming. I mean, unfortunately, we won't be around to voice their opinions to stop it, because I don't think I'll see it in my lifetime. Because if I do, then yeah, I'll stand there and call it art.
Yeah, but there's a hill there somewhere.
But the point of the matter is, if they don't start standing up now, it's no good saying, well, you know, well, it's all right, I'll be dead before all this kicks in. Yeah, but do you not love your kids? Do you not love your grandkids? Because if you don't stand up now and start facing the fact that this is what they're trying to do and what they're trying to push, you know what I mean?
I quite agree with you, mate. Couldn't agree with you more.
Well, you know, pass this video around. Let's hope that people do get it into the thick schools. This is what they're doing, and let's do some pushback against it. I mean, if these politicians want us living like that, then they should be eating it, trialing it years before it even comes anywhere near us. Let's see how they go, and let's see them feeding it to the kids. Let's see them.
At least we want them to have for at least 6 months to go live on it.
But equally, let's give it a little bit of balance. In other countries, they eat things that you and I consider to be abhorrent, like dogs. But in other countries, they consider things that we eat to be abhorrent, not necessarily, you know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know, like France, like France. I don't want to eat horse. I don't want to.
Yeah, but we've evolved past bugs.
Weird.
We've evolved past bugs, haven't we?
I mean, this is the thing. Why are they trying to push it? I mean, we all know why, but we're not allowed to say it because it's a conspiracy theory. That they want a one world. It's not a conspiracy theory because the WHO and that talked about putting everything all under one rule, didn't they? And it's they're in video for you to see. So
they're doing a lot with cattle, aren't they?
Yeah, they want everybody to be eating bugs. Everybody.
Yeah,
Or
because they're messing up with the cattle, with the nutrition and things like that. Trudeau's been doing it. The Dutch are doing it. Everyone's doing it. They're trying to stop people having livestock.
And Sri Lanka still hasn't rescinded it, despite the fact that they've had a, insofar as I was aware, Sri Lanka had a revolution. They still have not rescinded the nitrogen fertilizer ban.
Wow. Wow.
Already?
Yeah.
Right. But end of the day, it's like, you know, what's good for one country doesn't necessarily mean it's good for another country. You know what I mean? And I suppose it's like what's going off in China at the minute. You know?
I do, Riz.
Food, energy, and health. They're after the lot. Food, energy, and health. They're after getting rid of the lot for us.
It's control. They want control. That's what it is. Control your food. Control your access to family. Control your access to earn money. Control your access to teaching your children. Control.
Yep, 100%.
It's like
you know, you can't turn around and take your kids.
Go on, Gamma.
You can't turn around and take your kids out of school when they're trying to teach, indoctrinate them and sexualize your 5-year-old child. That should be you should be allowed to do that, but no, it's control. You know, taking away your state dinner. It's control.
It's like
that was it.
You know, they want everybody with electric cars, and we haven't got the energy for the electric cars. I mean, I've been watching a guy on YouTube, and he's been showing the shortfalls with these electric cars. And like he says, you pull up at some charging points, they're not working. And like he says, when you plan a route, because all these people that love to preach electric cars are the future. No, they're not. They never will be. Hybrids, maybe. But electric cars, pure electric cars, are not the future. They never will be. And it's impossible for them. Even if they reduce off, well, let's say they take 90% of the cars off the road and there's only 10% of people with cars. They would not have enough stuff to power them cars. Simple as.
Well, they use fossil fuels to do that.
And it's not just that, it's lorries. It's no good saying, well, you know, we're going to have driverless lorries. Well, that'd be lovely. You know, going to be electric, driverless.
Well, do you mean?
Did you see that weird one, Callow, in, I think it's Sweden?
Are you on about that? We're scanning
that electric road, where basically, you know, like an arrestor hook comes down at the back of a jet plane, you know, a fighter plane when it.
Just give me a sec.
I know what you're on about, and that's in Germany because Angelica, I can't remember her last name. She does. She's a HGV driver from Sweden. She went over and done the tour of it. It was in Germany to do with Mercedes.
That's
and
right.
I suppose
that's to do with Mercedes. That's right.
Yeah. And the idea is it charges the vehicle up as it's going down the road. They've got a load of these ideas coming out, but there's a few things that kick in straight away. So even ignoring the charging point facilities, even if we had an extra, got rid of half the cars we had now and swapped them all to electric tomorrow, or even next year, or the year after, there is not enough power in the grid to power all these fucking vehicles.
Right.
Secondly, you've got the latest and greatest iPhone or Android, Samsung, whatever. In a couple of years' time, that phone's nothing more than a fucking paperweight. Why? Because you have to put the fucking thing back on charge within a few hours of it being off charge because it kept the battery degradation on. It's ridiculous. So all these cars, it's ignoring the polluting in the atmosphere and the recycling of the batteries, the kids fucking dying and all the cobalt stuff. Who the fuck is going to want to go out and spend 70, 80,000 fucking pounds and all singing, all dancing fucking Tesla or Jaguar for the fucking thing to only be able to do 100 or 150 miles in a few years' time?
And do we not
The
think
resale
that this,
value of it's going to be fuck all.
that
Go on.
this is more of a much wider conversation about consumerism and brainwashing? Because yeah, without all of the brainwashing that's been given to people that have got the money for it, for their consumerism, this wouldn't even be a thing.
Well, no offense.
Because it's stupid. It is
It's a trend.
ludicrous.
It's a style point.
Well, it is, isn't it? When you work it out. I mean, no offense. Who the hell has got the kind of money for an electric car? All electric, if you're going that way, Gavin.
$66,000 is the average in America at the moment, according to the video I saw earlier today.
Well, what were it? For a box standard Tesla in this country, it's 48 grand. For a box standard Tesla, yeah? Which is not the long range, it's the short range.
Yep.
Now, if you want the long range and that, it then pushes, depending on which one you want, because obviously...
What's the difference?
Well, there is a big difference, because, do you know, if you want the self-driving bit, it's an extra 12 grand just for the self-driving bit. All right?
You know.
And then if you want the long range one, I think it's an extra £5,000 or £10,000. Yeah? But here's the thing that gets me. They tell you not to drop it below 20% and not to charge it no more than 80% because it prolongs the life of the battery. Now, what is the point of that? You know, you've only got a 60% window.
Yeah.
And that's lucky.
Yeah, and not only that, I mean, I remember having an argument with one of reps at work. He's not a rep, he does computers at work, and he got one of them new Volvo Polestars. Yeah, lovely looking car, so electric. And I was arguing with him because I said, well, what are you going to do when winter comes? And it's losing 20% of its battery. Nah, they work better when it's cold. Like, all right, you didn't.
No, they don't.
You didn't really check into that, did you? No, I have. I said, no. I said, all right, in Britain, you might not lose 20% because we not really have really deep winters. Like, you know what I mean? I said, but you're going to lose what? I mean, I watched the guy with a van, and all it did was ice up one night, and he lost like 20% of his charge.
We've also got the summer problems as well with the inherent problems with batteries is thermal. It's the heat problem as well. They overheat. I mean, how many of you guys, if like you go out for a drive with, you see people with their phones in the windows, and you're thinking, that phone fucking it must be getting hot.
I saw a picture today of a Jaguar E-Pass electrical thing put in a charger, and the whole thing was, melted. And that includes the charge and the car.
Well, at the minute, they're messing around. I mean, apparently they've come out with some new batteries, some better batteries that can do longer range.
Blow up.
And that, well, I don't know about that, but the thing that gets me, and I don't know if anybody's noticed this, but they seem to have cut corners with the safety of these electric vehicles. Because Aunt Tesla being told that it's got to add more safety features into its car.
Yeah, they had a lawsuit 5 or 6 years ago. There was some sort of sliding bolt in the door that had a hole in it. And a child put their finger in the hole, as they do, and it kind of done what the Rolls-Royce badge does. It fucking zoomed back in. and that it took them fucking hours to get this kid out. Get this kid's hand out.
It
And
was like
Tesla's
a
build
bloody duck
quality.
flooding of died.
So Tesla's build quality is fucking shocking, and the design is stupid. Who the fuck wants to piss ass around going through a tablet screens to unlock your fucking glove box when a simple press a hand, touch the handle, or pull it will do?
I just want to ask a question. I just want to ask a question. How can it take? So we've got a little thing like this, yeah, and the child's put there and it's done that. How can it take a few hours to get it out if the test is built so slim? Seriously, I've seen things and animals have got stuck and bars have been bent. Oh, look at me flexing.
Okay, so when I'm on about build quality, I'm on about when the bolts aren't tightened up properly and the things inside don't level up and match up as they should. So go and have a look at a semi-prestigious car, Mercedes, BMW, Audi, etc., and then go and have a look at a
Mate, I'm not being facetious. I'm not trying to catch you out on that. I'm just trying to work out. But surely it can't take a few hours to get a child's finger out of something in a car. That's what I'm trying to work out.
Well, it's been a while since I watched the video. It might not have been hours, but it was a fucking long time. It wasn't exactly like 20 minutes, half an hour, where, you know, they could obviously cut the fucking, you know, like when you have a car accident, they're quite quick at cutting the roof off and everything else like that.
Mind you, being a test, was it a Tesla, you say?
It was a Tesla.
Yeah,
I found it on John.
Right, well, that could be the answer, personally. I'd have been hacking away with a chisel and a hammer and going around like that. But if it's a Tesla, then fuck knows what electrics are behind it. It's going to go bang. Yeah.
Which it kind of leads me on to another fucking point. Have you guys heard about all this new stuff coming out with Volvo and all the others with basically, you know, a DLC subscription package for, you know, you buy your car, you go, oh, I would like the heated seats, please. And then to find out you've got to pay each year for the fucking thing to work. You have to pay a subscription.
Yeah, certainly have.
The fuck?
People aren't after conning you anymore, are they?
Right.
Finding new ways to get money out of you.
Yeah, but the point is, why don't these drivers just laugh at them and say, yeah, I'll get a mate after 3 years is up and once my warranty's run out and he can put his box on it and unlock it all for me.
Oh, they've probably got fucking ways around it when they're fucking clamping down on people doing it, and if they catch you doing it, they'll probably shut the whole fucking car
Just
down.
look at the way all of the... Well, look at me, Mechanic 101. Insofar as I'm aware, so many engines are covered with inaccessible parts. You know what I mean?
Well, you look at Tesla. Tesla have obviously theirs is all live to whatever. So anytime they decide that you've had some work done on that car and it's not to their spec, they just shut your charging down. So you're left with a dead car. And
they did that guy to 66%, didn't they? Because they thought that he had an unauthorized repair.
Yeah. Because they say that they say to you that you own the hardware, but they own the software, which leads into the argument that's currently going on with Apple, Samsung, John Deere, and a few others 100%. Against people like farmers and stuff that are going, no, we want to repair our own fucking shit. Fuck off.
Mate. Yeah, John Deere. Absolutely.
Oh, can somebody deal with
merchants?
Can somebody what?
Oh, hang on.
Oh.
Hang on.
Hey, we got the pornos. Hey,
Yeah,
but
I mean,
you don't buy a car and then turn around and say to you, well, you know, you own that car, but we own the software on it. You know,
I think Ferrari are a bit like that.
Oh, Ferrari, Rolls Royce, and Lamborghini get really fucking shitty if you start playing with their vehicles after you've got them. they get really fucking funny. They say that
Yeah, they want to
Now,
know who you're selling it to and all
This is
sorts.
the thing. This is another way to look at it. Let's just say that you had a standard car with no heated seats, because I was reading a Reddit thread about this. I'm such a sad cunt. And you buy a standard car, and that's going to cost you silly figures, 10 quid. But you want to buy a car that's got all the features, and that's going to cost you 20 quid. So, what they've said is it's better for us as a manufacturer, now we can do it this way as a subscription basis, and I disagree with all this fundamentally, by the way, is that we'll build the whole car and you get the whole lot. But you only get the whole lot if you pay on the subscription. Otherwise, do you see what I'm saying? So they can still sell it for the lower price.
Yeah.
That's their train of thought on it.
Well, thing is, most cars, wiring rules, yeah, they say you buy, I don't know, say you buy box standard, we'll say a Focus, yeah? Box standard Focus. They only create one wiring rule, yeah? But you want the fog lights and the stuff like that, right? So you buy the car and it's got fog lights. Now you buy, say, the box standard one, I ain't got no fog lights. But if you pop them covers out, stick your hand in, the wiring's there.
Oh, mate, I agree with you. I agree with you. I'm totally with you.
It's true. I've done it myself. I put fog lights in myself and put a switch on myself, picked them up from a scrapyard and put them on myself, and Bob's your uncle, they all work. You know, so they're not creating anything different. The only difference is when you pay for the better quality car, the stuff's already fitted. And that's the thing with these companies. They're now saying, like I said, that they want only people to have the top quality cars because they can control them more. Because they put all the top gadgets in that can control these cars. And let's face it, in Europe, even the older cars have got to have that new system fitted in. They've got 2 years from said date when they announced it. Now, can you imagine how much that stuff's going to cost? Because not only does it stop you breaking the speed limit when you're on a motorway, it stops you from breaking the speed limit when you're in town because it recognises the speed limit on the street and stops you from speeding on that street. Now, if you've got an old banger that probably only costs you £1,000. In 2 years' time, you either pay whatever it is, 3-4 grand to have that system fitted, or you scrap the car. You've got no choice. Now, some people,
or just insurance policy hikes, or either way, you'll be priced out. Yeah.
Well, does it make people go faster? So if you're too slow, it makes you do at least 30 or something.
Right. Well, at this moment in time, I've got on my car, it reads the speed limits in the streets, yeah? On some streets, it can't recognise the speed limit. And there's a great big dirty sign stood there that says it's a 30 or a 20.
But yeah, my car didn't recognise Belgium.
Right. So at end of the day, you're relying, you've bought one of these new cars and you're thinking that this thing is inflammable, but it isn't. You could end up getting done for speeding. You're like, hang on a minute, Yeah, but you're supposed to be watching it. Well, there's not a lot of
Jesus Christ, driving, you fucker.
Right. But that's what it's all about. I mean, at the end of the day, it's control again. They're saying that it's to save lives. But I remember they put a load of speed humps around here to save lives. It didn't. What it did, it actually cost lives because the ambulance service had to slow down for the frigging speed humps.
When humans actually asked for you lot to be telling us what to do? When did we ask you to do all this for us? I don't think we ever asked you.
Well, here's the thing, right? They come up when we have it's time for us to pick a new parliament or whatever you want to call it, your new leaders, and we're good at polls. They give you a manifesto, yeah? And how many of these, like Labour, Lib Dems, Conservatives, have they ever stuck to that manifesto? And I'm sure in that manifesto that it stated that we were having a proper Brexit. And I'm still waiting. And this is what, how many years after we had vote?
You're
6?
not talking about Cameron saying Brexit means Brexit, are you?
I am afraid, yes.
No, you heretic.
Dreamer.
Well, yeah. Yeah,
would you be the same sort of naive person that believed in Nigel Farage as well?
Did I
own up.
Power to the people.
No, Nigel Farage has always been to me I'm in it for the money, and that's all he's in it for. Simple as. It's like the politicians. You look at Boris. Man, that guy has got 3 houses, and each house has got a bit over £1 million.
Does he have a wife in each one, or just a baby mama?
No, he rents 2 of them out. He rents 2 of them out. You know what I mean? And one of them, it's got a swimming pool, tennis courts, and stuff like that. Real nice house. It's a listed 2 building. It's a farmhouse or something somewhere. But you know what I mean? You know, where do they get all this money from? Because
the 1% over the centuries.
Well, you know, where they're getting all the money from? If they're only earning wages as a MP and they think they should be paid more because they're on low incomes, like they say, you know, well, we do a lot, really. I don't have that many holidays as you lot have. And yet I'm nowhere near your kind of money. And let's be honest, if they gave me their money and asked me to do a job, I'd do that job.
Oh, it's a dream job. You get paid, and if you go to work, you get paid more.
Yeah.
And then you can claim expenses on everything, including like if you buy poppy leaves for the cenotaph. You know, you don't pay for it yourself. You can claim on the expenses for it. But who's the one who said about the American government where you show me how many of them are millionaires before they went into the Senate, and then how many of them became millionaires whilst they was in the Senate or in the House?
Multi-millionaires when they leave.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, so they've earned all that money off of the wages they was getting paid for their job. Yeah, was they fuck? You know?
Yeah, 100 grand a year with a 25 million quid house.
Oh, it's like when they do all these talks. You know, they go out and dress up in the fancy suits and then give all these speeches here, and they get paid all this money for these speeches. Hang on a minute. Why are you doing it on my time? You know, you're being paid to do a job, and it's obviously if you're doing this speech, you're not doing your job. So let's have politicians that if they're going to be doing this kind of stuff, they should state it and they should wear a jacket stating what companies they represent. Because
that's a big scandal, wasn't there, about it?
Yeah.
Thingy for questions, wasn't it?
Yeah, but they're still doing it. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's they don't give a fuck.
No.
They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about us. We just vote for them and then they just do whatever they fucking like. Don't ask us for anything. We don't agree to fucking probably 9% of what they believe. None of us agree with them. They just go off on their own fucking world with their own broomstick and Dorothy and the fucking flying house.
Right. I mean, it's like that and all when they don't live within London and they claim all this money for a second home. Hang on a minute. So when you sell this second home, then you should pay the money back. Because at the end of the day, it was paid for by the taxpayer.
Yeah, they were totally paid back, but they have a mode, so it's an exception.
Well, I mean, I've got another brainwave on this one, but I mean, the Houses of Parliament used to come under a different name called the Palace of Westminster. Now, I'm pretty sure palaces have lots and lots of rooms. I mean, I know these rooms
Yeah.
are obviously
Okay.
taken up with offices.
The House
We
of
can go
Lords.
somewhere else.
Yeah,
And
it's
some
all the Westminster Palace.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think it might be an idea if we asked everybody to go and meet us back in the Discord room.
Have we put the Discord thing up on the live stream?
No.
Oh,
If
there
somebody
you go.
can put
That's
it in,
just
that
there.
would be great.
Yeah. So if
Don't
you
forget,
want
we'll
to
put PayPal up.
Yeah. So if you'd like to share this video and give it a thumbs up and show us your appreciation by sharing the video and helping us build this channel, because as you can see, it's a bit small at the minute, but we need your help to spread the good word, as one would say.
And come and join us on Discord because
Yeah.
All
we're
right.
always about at some point during the days.
Hang
Good
on, can
night,
I do the like,
everyone.
comment, and share bit?
Yeah, go on.
Go on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you think we're all talking absolute bollocks, leave us a comment. If you think the government is so sexy, give it a share. Love ya. Good
Oh,
night.
you're pathetic. Right, that's that done, and then I just want to do this.
They love it when I turn up the bass.